Welcome to Wildcat Science with Mrs. Haugo. This is Physical Science, Chapter 1, Forces, and we are on the review. So please take a moment and open up your review that looks like this, and we'll just walk through it together. So 1.1 and 1.2. So a push or a pull is A. And then if you're not quite sure what the answer is to that, you can find it in your notes. Same thing for number 2. When objects don't move, the forces on them are either balanced or unbalanced. And the forces are, when the object doesn't move, the forces on an object are either equal or unequal in strength and opposite in direction or in the same direction. So if we think about this book, and there's the force of gravity pushing down, and then there's the force of my hand pushing up, and if it's not moving, the question is, are the forces equal or unequal in strength, and are they opposite or in the same direction? Okay, and then in 1.2 we learned about the standard unit for force, and so you'll want to put that here. You can either look in your lab or in the book at 1.2. And we only have a couple questions per section. 1.3 is going over question number 4. Using the previous graph, what are the values for the weight or force for data point A and the stretch for data point A? Well, we see that force is down here, so we'll want to find A and then go down and put our number with units, and then distance or stretch over here, put our number with units, and that's our review for 1.3. And then 1.4, we're going to look at this graph here. Use the graph below, describes what happens to the magnetic force as the separation of the magnets gets larger. So what happens to the force as the separation gets larger? And you'll want to say that the magnetic force, well, does it increase or decrease? And is it a linear relationship, or is it a decreasing exponential relationship, an increasing exponential relationship? You want to explain that. Number 6, using the graph below, when the separation between the magnets is 6 millimeters, what is the magnetic force? And you'd want to go up to 6 to the line and then go over and figure out what the force is and make sure you use units. So of course, as we're going along, you should pause the video until you're ready for the next one. 1.5 and 1.6, sliding friction and weight. So the metric unit for weight is which one, and I'll give you a hint, it is not pounds or ounces, it's the metric unit. So if you're not quite sure, you'll want to look in your notes for 1.6. And then looking at our lab, sliding friction, what are the 2 factors that affect the force of friction, and what factor does not affect the force of friction? And I'll give you a hint for number 8 and 9. That is, our options are weight, the types of surfaces, and surface area. Great, you'll want to pause the video until you're done with number 9. Finally, our last section, 1.7, Newton's third law. Number 10, what is Newton's third law? So Newton's third law states, and then if you're not quite sure what it says, you'll want to look in your 1.7 notes. Once you have finished number 10, please submit this into Classroom, and that is your last assignment for science for this year. Congratulations, you made it. Good job. All right, bye.